Let me ask you a question. Has anyone here ever been to the doctor for a broken toe? Any of you? You have? Look at all these clumsy people. Look at them. Did you raise your hand? Who did? Down here? You did? What did the doctor do for you? Taped it. Taped it. You know what that's called? Nothing. I think it's called the easiest day in medical school is what that's called. Did they x-ray it? Did they x-ray it? Didn't x-ray it? X-rayed mine because, you got a bill for something. So he came out with a big x-ray of my foot. He goes, oh, that's broken. I said, yeah, I thought the toenail on the bottom was a bad sign. I'm no doctor, but I have to say that didn't look right to me either. I concur. So he got out the tape. I said, what are you going to do? Got out the tape. It does have a name. You know what it's called? Buddy taping. Tape the broken toe to the good toe beside it. Doesn't even sound medical. Sounds like a camp activity to me. I said, that's it? He goes, well, unfortunately, very little we can do for toe fractures of this nature. It's like it's something out of Home Improvement. Fix anything with duct tape, there you go. I lost my joy for a few minutes. I said, what if I'd lopped the toe off? Would you have a procedure then? He didn't realize I was being sarcastic. He got all excited. He said, yes. If you preserve the digit. That's what he called it. The digit. We could reattach that. You'd probably get full use back. And I was kind of amazed by that. And then I thought, what is full use of a little toe? That's all mine does. Does that little spread so you can remove sock lint. I said, what if there was I needed a heart, and there were a donor available? Aren't there people that put a new heart in my chest? He goes, oh, major organ transplants are almost routine. Ah. But if I stub my toe, medical science is baffled? That's about the size of it, yes. Well, I can't put a cast on it. It's too small. No one could sign it. What good would that do you? Good point. So here's my question. What does anything we've talked about today, all day here, have to do with that situation? Life and death? No. Painful? Oh, yeah. Stressful? You bet. In the moment that happened, did I have these choices? Well, I didn't feel like I did. At that moment, I had to respond to pain. Pain filled my world. I was just being human in my response to pain. In the next few hours, well, maybe there I got someplace to work. I've got something to work on. But I'm not there yet. In that time, I was still just eaten up with I'm in pain, this hurts. But the next 4 or 5 weeks, well, I'm stumping around on that heel, hearing these stupid gun smoke jokes and things, Yes, Mr. Dillon, I didn't hear that one. That's just for we older folks in the room. All the 20-somethings are going, who's that? What's going on? But in that time, I had a choice, because there I began to have a choice to reframe this. You know who helped me was my mother. My mother is one of the funniest people I've ever known in my life, and I called her up. But I got to be honest, I was not looking for her humor. I wanted maternal sympathy. Yes, I wanted Mommy to kiss the boo-boo. You don't really outgrow that, do you? I called her up. I said, Mom, guess what I did? And I told her, and she went, oh, honey, I'm so sorry. But you know what? In spite of myself, I started laughing too, because laughter is catching, you know? So I started laughing. I was like, oh, it's kind of funny, you know? So I began to tell the story to other people. And then I saw that they laughed. They laughed a lot. And so it actually got to be something where I was enjoying the popularity of having a funny story to tell. I would actually emphasize the limp. So somebody would go, what happened to your foot? I go, sit down. Showtime. So here's my question. If I now, knowing everything that story provided for me, all the laughter it provided for other people, but it came out of pain. If I had a choice to get into a time machine, go back to that morning and run through that living room again, but the choice to avoid that TV stand, would I? Yes, you bet. Step around it, make up a story. What would you know? But that's not the way it works. Pain chooses us. Stress chooses us. Grief sometimes comes knocking on our door. Setbacks and frustrations and conflicts with other people, anger that we didn't ask for, comes at us. What's my choice? My choice isn't whether or not I'm going to have pain. Yeah, I'm alive. That means I'm going to have pain. My choice is whether or not I allow pain to define who I am. Oh, that's all I am is just a sufferer professionally. My choice isn't whether or not I'm going to have grief. I've loved people and I've lost people. And I've grieved. But my choice is whether or not I allow that grief to stop me from moving forward and just to become hopeless. My choice isn't even whether or not I'm going to get angry. Sometimes there's injustice. Sometimes things are not fair. Sometimes there's conflict. Sometimes people have priorities that I don't share. My choice isn't whether or not I'll get angry. My choice is whether or not I allow anger to make me a cynic. Just give up. But when I do these things, I choose joy. I make it part of how I communicate to others. With something as simple as a smile, which is the primary humor response. Did you know that? Primary humor response? Smile. That is a beginning. That's a gift. And that's a language of joy. Folks, I've got to tell you, I have enjoyed so much this conference. God bless you. I just think this is a great thing. Thank you so much for your attention.